Hi, I'm John Fitzgerald and welcome to this week's edition of Team Wealth Builders. This is the big one. If you said to me, what is the reason Australians aren't wealthy? One thing: procrastination. We have a habit of procrastinating. She'll be right, or I'm just going to wait and see what happens. And unfortunately, the media and people that we surround ourselves with have the culture of almost stopping you from moving forward. And the culture is driven by fear. Wealth builders understand numbers. They study numbers, they study trends. So therefore things don't move on a daily basis. They understand things continue to move forward. And the big picture for us is this. It's simple. Real estate is very, very simple. We have a growing population who need housing, and we have a limited land supply. They're the only three numbers that really do have any meaning, and guess what? For the last 100 years, that's what's driven our prices up. Today though, we have those three are more acute than any other time because we have the fastest growing population we've ever had in Australian history consecutively, and needs to be for the next 10 years. Housing is changing and we have very limited land supply. Procrastination though is a habit, and often it's drilled into us from a younger age, where the fear, don't do this, wait and see, and it's almost like reach for the stars, but you must keep your feet on the ground. All these Australianisms culturally that cause us to not just think before we act, but often not act. There's a great saying I got when I first started this business: if you're standing still, you're going backwards. And that's you as an individual. What are you doing in your life every day that takes you 1 inch closer to the person that you want to become, to the wealth builder you want to become, to the father or mother that you want to become, to the child, to what is that the one thing that you do 1 inch? Now I make really wholesale changes around my office and house because there's a great saying also on this subject: environment's stronger than willpower. Often we find our willpower is affected by the negativity around us, particularly if you're somebody that gets up and part of your daily habits is to turn on the news, the radio, read the newspapers, or listen to the armchair experts. Wow, armchair experts. They've got bad news to tell you about absolutely everything. The armchair experts, you know what they do? They sit in the armchair and they read the newspapers, or they read bad news, or they go online. I don't go on chat forums, blogs, or anything like that, and the main reason is I find that you go on there and it's just who can tell the most negative story. And from my perspective, that's a culture that I don't want to participate in, because I always want to be moving forward. So ask yourself a couple of very important questions. Where do I want to be going in all areas of your life? And then what have I done today that may take me a fraction of an inch closer to that? What adjustments can I make in my environment that allows me to do it? Affirmations around your house, around your wall, they're just fantastic for all this sort of stuff. And write to me, ask me, hey, what do you have around your house? Well, happy to help you with all of those sorts of things. If you're standing still, you are going backwards, and it's not just in wealth building, it's in every aspect of your life, and that is not an example that we want to set for our kids. Thanks for listening to me.